Hi, I'm Todd Sepulveda of Prepper Website and the Prepper Website Podcast. I'd like to invite you on a journey to live a more self-reliant life. You know, our lives are made up of networks or systems. We have a network to bring in food into our home. We have a network or a system to bring in water. We have a network for our finances. Usually that's our jobs. But what happens when these networks have a little hiccup? What happens when our networks or the systems that are built into our lives, well, what happens when we realize that they're very fragile? And the fact is, they are very fragile. You know, we go to our grocery store, and I don't know about you, but I have about 4 or 5 grocery stores about 5 minutes away from me. And we go to the grocery store and just food's there, food shows up. But our world is very fragile. Our systems are very fragile. And so there's a lot of things that go into it that can cause a hiccup that when we go to our grocery store, there might not be food there. You know, if every person in around the area in my neighborhoods decided to go to the grocery stores, they would be wiped out in a matter of hours. And, you know, we're just very blessed that we don't ever really feel that. But what if we did? So I'd like to invite you on a journey to live a more self-reliant life. You know, when you sign up for this email list is all going to automatically enroll you into a free e-course called A More Self-Reliant Life. And this e-course is going to cover 5 lessons: food, water, cooking, sanitation, and finances. You'll get a new lesson every single week with action steps that you can take. Now, it's not the end-all be-all of self-reliance, definitely. There's a lot more to being self-reliant than just those 5 categories, but it's a start. And so being a part of this email list and being a part of this group allows me to send out information to you that I don't normally put on Prepper Website, or that I don't normally put on, or that I read on the podcast, or even on Facebook. But it does allow me to send out more information and to be part of a group and something bigger that is looking for and that is journeying to a life that is more self-reliant. Because you and I both know, if you're here, if you've gotten this far, you and I both know that, again, our life is very fragile and we're very dependent. Many people are dependent on the government, on our grid, and on the grind, right? Our jobs. And again, we want to mitigate the possibility that those things cause such a disruption in our life that our quality of life just goes downhill. And that's why I'm inviting you to. That's why I created this new email list. That's why I created this e-course. And I put a lot of time and effort into it. And I'm not selling you anything. When you get to the end of the e-course, I'm not dropping a big old load of, hey, buy this thing here. And you'll see that when you get to the end of the email list. I'm just wanting, and I have that desire to help other people to live a more self-reliant life and to put systems and networks, not be dependent on other people's and the governments or the grid or the grind, other networks, but to start building networks of our own so that, again, when we get to a point where there is a disruption, that we don't feel the disruption as badly. And we're doing that for ourselves. We're doing that for our families. We're doing that to live a better life, have a better quality of life. Right? So if you're in, there's a sign up link right below, and you can sign up there and you'll start getting emails right away. Usually a confirmation email, and then an email letting you know that you've been subscribed to the e-course. Besides that, I'd like to invite you to our Facebook group, a new Prepper Website Facebook group. It's one that you can come and be a part of. You request to join, but we're going to be fleshing out a lot of stuff there as we grow and as we continue to move forward in the self-reliant life. There'll be a link for that as well down below. All right. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Peace.